Hello everyone, my name is Dark and I want to welcome you all back to another Delta Rune theory video. I've been cooking, I've been in the lab, also known as my bedroom, and I have been writing non-stop. I've been trying to come up with theories. I was just like, I've watched the trailers, I've watched all the gameplay from previous stuff, and I've come up with a lot of new theories. I'll go over everything I've got. Well, now really, I can't really think of which one to start with. Here's a good one. So we all know about Gaster. We might have heard of mentions of this mystical creature known as Gaster. Was he real? Was he made up? Well, there actually are pieces of him in the code of Undertale. There was like a sprite, I remember that, and there were bits and pieces here and there. And people thought that he looked kind of like a skeleton, and they ran with that theory that he is actually the father of Sans Papyrus, and that became a whole thing in the fandom. None of that's actually real, but I do feel like Toby had a reason for leaving that in the code. He always has a reason for everything he does. Toby Fox is a great developer and always has some sort of reasoning for everything he does, and he does not have a gun to my head right now. So I personally believe Gaster might make some sort of appearance. Some sort of spiritual successor to the character of Gaster will make an appearance in one of the chapters. It just seems right, you know? It just seems like a right thing to do. Another theory for you. We might get to play as a different character, because you all know that the player and Chris aren't the same entity. We play as Chris, we are not Chris. Like, we are the soul inside of him. Sorry. I think of him as a him when I play him, you know, because I am a man. I'm a big man. But besides that, I personally do believe that we might end up playing as some sort of character other than Chris. No idea who I'd want that to be. But I do think it would be a really fun concept to have us controlling someone else. Maybe Sans, I don't know, I love Sans. Maybe just one of the main cast, like Susie or Noelle, Rouse, whatever. All of those are fun concepts, fun ideas, and I think they would be... I think it's a good idea. I think it'd be a fun little thing to do. That's just a theory, though. That is just one of my many theories. One of my favourite ones that I've come up with is Chris actually being the Roaring Knight. You know the knight that everyone's always talking about. We had the king talk about him. We had Queen talk about him. I just feel like we might be that. Because as we see in Chapter 2, in the end of the game, when we turn on the TV and we open up another dark world in our own home, I personally believe that is something only the Roaring Knight can do, or only the Knight can do. And Chris can do it. So I think whenever Chris takes out their soul, like when in Chapter 1 they took out their soul and they went to go... What did they do in Chapter 1? No one knows. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe they went to the computer lab in the library and opened up that dark world. And they opened up the first dark world initially. So Chris is the one causing these adventures. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe they just want to have a fun time. But Chris is capable of opening these dark world portals without us. We don't do it. This is not the player, this is Chris. This is them being who they want to be. And I'm not sure if opening dark worlds is a bad thing or not. Because Chris is like a kid, right? Maybe like 13, 14 at the oldest, in my eyes anyway. I think they just are trying to have a good summer. They're trying to, you know, make friends by creating them. It's like a big game to them. That's what it seems like to me. You can all tell me what you think in the comments. That's perfectly fine. But that's just what I believe. I just believe that makes the most sense logically. When you really use your brain, your big old canoodle upstairs, you'll see it how I see it. I am years beyond the human, sort of, the regular human thought process. I am a very smart guy. Allegedly. Here's another fun theory for you that I've heard of before. Like, I have heard little bits about it, but I don't think they've gone in. I don't think that they have gone as in depth as I have. I am a genius. The secret bosses in both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are based on the 7 deadly sins in real life. Like, you know the 7 deadly sins: wrath, gluttony, greed, whatever. Just think about it, right? It kind of makes sense. Like, it might not be a canon thing. It might be like an accidental thing by Toby, and we're all just making it up ourselves because we stink and we need to get showers. But think about it. Jevil is literally wrath incarnate. Jevil is pure chaotic energy, and we love that for Jevil. You know, they have a great time. They love chaos. We love fighting them and creating more chaos. It's a great balance. And then obviously, as you're seeing on screen right now, this man here, Spamton Neo, whatever version you want to say, is obviously greed. He's obviously greed. He's based on like those spam adverts you see on the internet, always trying to get money, always trying to scam you and take all your belongings, always trying to just be a general nuisance. And that's what Spamton is. So, if this sort of theory is correct, then I hope to see maybe Envy next. Maybe Envy, maybe not Lust, maybe not that, but it would make sense. Plus, there are 7 chapters of the game. There are going to be 7 whole chapters. 1 sin for each game, or chapter, whatever you want to call it. Makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. I just thought it was a fun little theory, and I sort of added on. I sort of added on what I've already seen on the internet. Not all these theories are man-made. You know, dark man-made, as in darkest man. Me. Dark, yes. You know what I'm trying to say. They're not all made by me. Some I have found on the internet and sort of changed a little bit to fit what I believe is true. But most of them are mine. So, this next segment of the video is just personal hopes and dreams and beliefs for what I would like to see in the game. Those were just theories I mentioned previously, but now these are just things I would love to see. So, the first one I would love to see is I would love to see like a dark world set in like Sans' convenience store, or set in the church. Just dark worlds set in like places you wouldn't expect them. Because I theorize the whole town is going to have a dark world in it at some point, with the way Chris is, you know, pumping them out for some reason. So I think it'd be really fun to see dark worlds in other locations. Maybe one in Sans' house, maybe one in the flower shop, like a garden sort of world, I guess. Because we all know from the trailer that Chapter 3 is going to be set in the home, not just like in the TV like area that I mentioned, TV world. It'll be set in the entire house. So there's the bathroom, there's the bedrooms where Asriel's stuff is, for example. We might get more Asriel lore because of that. There's the different bedrooms. There's a locked door in the house, I think, that we can't enter. I think it's Toriel's bedroom. Lord knows what's in there. Probably just her stuff. maybe a guess. That's a crazy theory. Toriel's bedroom has Toriel's stuff in it. Wild, I know. But I don't know. I just thought it'd be interesting just to see different dark worlds in different places. It can be done well. Like there's no reason why it shouldn't be done. Another little hope I have is I hope the roaring that Ralsei has warned us many times about before, I do hope that actually kind of happens. Like, I know, obviously it's crazy. You're obviously typing now, "Why? How could you say that? You destroy the whole world!" No, listen, calm down. Stop typing. You done? Cool, so I'll talk. So, I really think it'd be fun if the roaring actually did happen and we could fight the Titans and we actually, you know, felt like we were saving the world. Like like obviously destroying the dark worlds after we've already created them, yes, that is helping save the world. But I personally really would like it if it actually felt like that, you know? So I want to see those Titans. I want to find them myself. I want to cause the roaring and find those Titans and beat the hell out of them. Just absolutely, just boom, boom, just gone. Two-hit combo, that's it. That's all you need from Chris. That's all you need. But I just think it'd be a fun idea. I think, someone get a counter in the comments how many times I said but, and it'll be a fun idea. Billions of times, right? Those are just my theories. Those are some great theories that I personally I don't know. I'm happy I come up with them, and I hope you enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed filming it. I really enjoyed getting all the content. I enjoyed fighting Spamton Neo again. This clip you're seeing right now is actually me fighting him in one run, all one clean run, boom, done, easy. That was fun. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you want to see more Deltarune theories, go check on the internet. I don't think I can think of any more until Deltarune actually comes out, chapter 3 and 4. I don't think I have time. I'm running out of time. It's like this video. It's all going to end. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. And have a nice day, I guess. Bye!